Hello everybody, day 5 since the yeast went in, so we definitely have some fermentation going on and we have lots of bubbles. Smells good. So I'm just going to give it a bit more of a mash because now we can really break up the crumbs. The potato masher doesn't break. No, I don't think so. Crushing these really. Smells good.
Yeah, it smells like sorbet.
Oh, should probably do this. Okay, so I was going to transfer it today, but I'll give it another couple of days now that it's been mashed up. And then we will rack it off.
It's about 9 o'clock in the evening now and it's still about 32 degrees. The summer heat like this is definitely our biggest challenge in the garden, and just day-to-day living, just cooking dinner or anything it just feels so much harder. I am just coming into the garden now I'm going to harvest some of the potatoes. So Yuan's been watering the garden for me, so he does this one night and the top one the next night. So this one was watered last night and then I just check if anything looks super thirsty. I have a big barrel of water, so I just add some more with a watering can for those. It's definitely making me really rethink the whole garden and how I'm managing it, because the summer is such a great time for growing things, but you really have to keep on top of the water management, and yeah, I'm struggling a little bit with that at the moment. And I think I'm going to start pretty soon on the new area that I want to move the garden to, but it's still my favourite place to be. And now it's finally cooling down. I think we had 42 degrees today. The outside temperature is so hot as well, you can't use any technology for longer than 20 minutes, so you can't even really do any work. It's all good though, it's just very, very hot. Huh?
The pump down here?
Yeah.
I couldn't see any of the tubes. Now that I look hard I can.
There you go. You come to help. I'm going to take this naughty chicken up with you.
If you put it on the path in front of me, I can try and...
Actually, Yuan managed to fix our generator this week. It needed a fuel pipe changing, so I've not been able to do any hoovering and he is watering the top garden with the generator. So I'm going to take this cool moment to hoover the kitchen and pick potatoes in the dark. I was saying in the last video that I sometimes just come and steal the potatoes from the plant rather than digging up the whole plant, but a subscriber commented apparently when you just take the potatoes from the plant it's called tickling potatoes, and I just thought that was such a brilliant description. It's actually super nice to be out here at this time of day. It's so much cooler. I can just see the moon, the frogs are croaking. Still crazy hot, but yeah. This feels a bit mad to be gardening in the dark, but it's super nice. But I think I'm going to leave it there for now and try and get up early in the morning to catch the coolness of the day, then to get back in the garden. Good morning. It has just gone 7:30 and it's about 20 degrees now, but it actually feels quite cold. I never thought I would enjoy feeling cold. But yeah, I don't want to complain a lot about the heat. I just want to give a realistic impression of what it actually feels like to live through a Portuguese summer. I know a lot of people watching do want to move to Portugal, so I just don't want to sugarcoat anything. The summer is hard. As someone who has lived in a colder climate all my life, I've never kind of realised how draining the heat is and the frustration of having just these few hours at the beginning and the end of the day to get everything done. But it's all good. It's just learning to embrace the summer. It's all a big learning curve. I'm gonna give the cucumbers some compost because the soil's not looking great here, and then I've got a few beans that I'm gonna put in the ground. So yeah, so nice to be wearing a jumper. Got a wild lupin growing here. They're really good nitrogen fixers, I think, so I'm going to leave it. They do get really big here. The soil here is really like dusty. I shouldn't have left it quite so bare for so long, so if I get a chance today I'm going to put some mulch down, just some leaves from the cork oak. But I'm hoping planting a few beans in here will help too.
at it. Is it a bit stiff today? Good boy. Good boy, that's good enough.
We popped up to the cafe yesterday and they collect our post for us because our PO box was just useless in the end, and our favourite parcel arrived from Sabiant. So this is Yuan and his mum's tea shop in North Wales, and Sian, Yuan's mum, sends us new beautiful teas that are in. They take ages to get here at the moment. It's been like a month waiting for this, and I absolutely love Darjeeling, so I think we're gonna drink some of this today. But they get the most beautiful teas, like look at that, it's much easier with two hands. It's a leaf and a bud. I'll leave the links in the descriptions to these ones we've got if you want to find out more about them, because I've not done any research before showing you. I'm just excited because they're beautiful teas. Just like the colours on these. If you don't like green tea, you just have to buy really good quality and brew it a different way. If you pour boiling water on green tea, it will always taste horrible. You have to find the good brewing methods. But we're going to have Darjeeling this morning because I love black tea. Good quality black tea is something else. I don't have to have it with milk. And there is one that's my absolute favourite. So I can't think what the name of it is now, but it's like super sweet. But yeah, Yuan's coming with a kettle. I wish you could smell this. I'm going to put a paid partnership thing on this video just to make sure that it's recovering our backs, because obviously this is Yuan's family business, so we want to share it with you.
It's white tea.
And then maybe we can make a discount code. How long do you reckon we should brew this for?
A couple of minutes.
Yeah. I'm going to go get a Gong Dao Bei.
She means a jug. So this is a 2021 Maojian, so last year's harvest, Chinese green tea. Super sweet. Goes really well with like low temperature water. You get like loads of the sweetness in. Beautiful. Darjeeling, darling.
What's the black tea I love that's like, it's called Golden Snail?
Bilo Chun.
Bilo Chun.
Yeah, that's well good that.
That's just like black tea took a whole new meaning when I tried that.
Keep focusing.
Yeah. Our Gong Dao Bei is not big enough for our teapot to upgrade our tea equipment.
It's hot.
It's so good. It's quite light actually, isn't it?
The organic one, isn't it?
Yeah. It doesn't brew very strong. It's so floral.
Mm.
Do you reckon drinking hot tea makes you cool down?
They do say that in hot countries, don't they? Well, I suppose it's not as hot as that is, so makes sense.
Got another day to survive now. But yeah, that's our exciting
Exciting
parcel of the
package.
day. A good way to pass the day. Drink lots of tea. I think everyone's finding it a bit hot. So we did actually get this, which is a aircon unit from our friends Janine and Thomas. Found it in their shed and they're not using it, but we're having trouble powering it because it's a really weirdly cloudy day. It's still about 40 degrees, but without the sun on you it doesn't feel quite as brutal. But it would be very nice to have this on right now. We had it on yesterday and it really cooled down this room. We've only got 36 watts going in, and this got emptied yesterday, and this one's only got 1 bar. I've covered all the windows, but yeah, it's pretty unbearable. This has been my other setup to sit and work out here, but the laptop keeps overheating being out in the heat. Let's go see what the thermometer says. 41. And the other thing we did was we took the windows off the cabin and just put up the shade cloth, and it's actually keeping it a lot cooler in there. On both sides we've done this, so we're doing our best. Just another 9 more days of this crazy weather, and there's not too much you can do when it's this hot. The generator was still down by the bottom half, so I went to pick that up this morning before the sun got on it too much, and just pushing that up the hill, it was like 7:30. You just have to sit down afterwards because you're just covered in sweat, and that's when it's like 30 degrees. So yeah, now it's 42. It's a little bit tedious. Before we go to bed at night, it's always like one day closer to winter. I know we chose to move to Portugal, so we have to accept the heat. I'm not sure how interesting this video is going to be because we're all just kind of sitting around and then watering the garden and making dinner, going to bed and repeat. So I have got a really good book that Nick's lent me though, so that's helping to pass the time. Just sitting in my little pool. I managed to get a shower and it was so wonderful. Straight from the IBC tank, didn't even have to warm it up. It's probably about 20 degrees, the water. It's just gone 5 PM and it is still 40 degrees, but it just feels like we've made it through the day at this time. Even though it's still hot, you know that the end is near. It's very muggy again today, and we were both just sat inside. I'm pretty sure we heard some thunder. We shall see. There's a lot of clouds about. One good thing about it being 40 degrees outside is that these camp shower bags get the water so hot you can do the washing up straight from them. In fact, they're sometimes too hot. You have to add more cold water. Degree water. Went to Lidl this morning, which means we have ice. So I'm drinking my water from a cocktail glass because it makes keeping hydrated more fun. I was reading that actually wearing more clothing but thin layers can actually keep you cooler because the outside air temperature is warmer than my core body temperature, so it's creating like a barrier layer. And I actually think I feel slightly cooler today with this on rather than a vest top, so see if it works. It feels completely counterintuitive to wear more clothes, but if you look at a lot of the older generation around here, no one's wearing shorts and vest tops, they all have layers on. So taking some wisdom from them. It makes it definitely notice it if I have to go outside when the sunlight's on me. I don't feel that as intensely, so yeah. To another hot day. We have managed to get this fully charged, so I'm going to get the aircon unit on. So I've got it on the middle setting and it's actually drawing out 47 but 50 are coming in, so it's not even taking energy out. So I might actually plug the fridge back in for a bit and let one of the bars drop down and then take that out when it does. The better sausage. You're very big. The grapes are starting to turn red. I've got 2 peaches. Don't know when they'll be ready. Some very noisy frogs. There's a well just here. Amidst all the brambles, we're going to have a lot of blackcurrants. Everything's looking very wilted in this heat. I'm going to get some water on them this evening. They'll come back to life. These are Yakon. The bougainvillea is in bloom. It's 6:30, 42 degrees. Have a lot of apples. We're gonna have a go at making some cider. Thank goodness for grapevines keeping everything green. Just so dry and brown. Thank you so much for watching this week. It's been a tough one, that's for sure. I think the summer heat is the one time that I really wonder if we've done the right thing moving here, and I think just because of our current setup makes it a lot harder, and each year it's going to get easier, so I just have to remember that and really spend autumn, winter and spring making our lives more comfortable, ready for next summer. Hope you've enjoyed this video. We've not enjoyed our week too much, but you've got to find some enjoyment in the midst of it all, and I just feel really lucky that we haven't been victims of the fires, because it currently looks like all of Portugal's on fire when you go on the Fogos app. So yeah, feeling really grateful that we chose this area to live in, and something to really bear in mind if you are looking to move to Portugal. I know there's a lot of heat waves going on in other places. I know UK is expecting a big heat wave, so yeah, keep cool, eat lots of fruit, and we'll see you next week. Hopefully it will be a cooler one. Bye.